Alrighty then, Grand Rising. So I just got a little inspiration from my baby girl. Um, I titled this one "Don't Worry, Be Happy." I wrote this probably a while back. I don't remember when I wrote it, but it goes like this. It's a realization. When I worry about what's going on with me, an example, why I'm here, why is it so bad right now? Why am I angry? Why am I anxious? Why am I nervous? Why am I uncomfortable? I realize that just maybe I'm in this state for a reason. And there's a lesson that I'm supposed to learn or do. Um, and it has to be made of good, or as of in my last video, of God, whether it's me helping someone or someone helping me. The fact is, though, that I can't proceed in life or get through or elevate my frequency, whatever it is, until I learn the lesson, um, until I learn what the lesson is. And then and only then will I go to the next level of life. So, so me, I try to do the next right thing over and over until I pass the test and move on to the next trial. If I don't, I'm stuck in whatever trial I'm in until I do what is necessary to ascend. To break that down a little bit is like I believe that for me, my life is a giant puzzle, and everything that's happened to me in my life is a piece of that puzzle. So without all those pieces, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. So that being said, I believe that I have angels, my creator. They will put things in front of me, nothing that I can't handle, but they'll put things in front of me to teach me that I'm supposed to learn a lesson, a trial, a season, if you will, something that's going on in my life in order to help me to elevate to the next level, which is my goal is to elevate, ascend until I reach heaven. Uh, and these trials, if it's all about perception, excuse me, it's all about perception, faith, trust, and awareness for me. Um, uh, if 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 I have faith and I believe that my Creator has nothing but good that He wants for me, I believe that we're here. We're supposed to be happy here. We're supposed to learn our lessons. Everything is not going to be gravy, but but we have the answers to whatever our problems are. It's all about perception, how we perceive the situation. Not to go into the Bible, but to go into the Bible, this particular story, it's just a broad reference of the story which I'm talking about, where I believe it was Joseph, but I don't remember exactly. Um, Whereas he was having problems with his family and his what had happened was they had a whole bunch of camels, and one of the camels got away and ran away, and the brothers blamed him, and they were all against him, and they blamed him to the father. And what they did was they ran him out of the family. They kicked him out. They exiled him. You exiled to the desert. You weren't watching the camels. And it so he's walking around in the desert, getting ready to die, and he looks up and there's a camel, and he jumps on the camel's back, and the camel takes him to safety, realizing later on that that was a camel that had ran away. So that God had been playing a part in his life through the whole thing. It was already written. Everything it's amazing. It was already written. The camel, God took the camel and put him in the desert and let let the people. Sometimes we have people around us who have masks on, and the masks that they wear are to protect themselves or to hide themselves, their true selves, from good or God, however you want to call it. And they will try to bring, how they see, you've heard misery loves company, they'll try to bring the frequency, the level, the energy in a person who they see is shining or trying to be of the light, a good person. They'll try to bring that frequency down by placing these obstacles, you know. But in the grand scheme of things, what I've come to understand is that, getting back on track, because I trail sometimes, you have to excuse me. Um, what I've come to understand is that these are lessons. These are um, what is the word? Seasons, if you will. A test, if you will. And these tests, these seasons, they're put before us. We are able to overcome them if we change our perception, our thoughts, which turn into the idea, which turns into the action, which turns into um, whatever the action. Uh, and there's a consequence to whatever your actions are. So, but these are tests, and my Creator wants me to pass these tests. Come on, you can do, you can do it, you can do it. You know, and so yeah, oh yeah, I can do it. I'm gonna do it. You know, but then sometimes we go to these obstacles and we don't receive the message, or we receive only part of the message. So what we think might be the course of action that we're supposed to take. So in order for us, we have free will. So in order for us to examine the situation, sometimes we fail. We don't fail in life. We fail that particular, if let me take that back. That's a projection. We don't fail. We perceive it differently, whereas not enough to pass the test. So this test, if we don't um, understand the information that's being imparted to us and learn how to take the information in and examine it and then act instead of acting straight away, this lesson will be brought back before us. It might be brought back before us through a different person. It might be brought back before us through a different situation. Two roads or two paths following the same road, if you will. Um, an example of what I mean by that is, like, say for an example, a lesson is put before you to well, say you're driving down the road. You're driving down the road, and it's a 35 mile down a mile an hour straightaway, and you're doing 50. Okay, and your hubcap comes off. Okay, and so for me, I'm using this as an example. For me, now in my life, I'm able to say, hey, my hubcap came off. Maybe you should slow down, pull over, go get your hubcap, and you know what I mean. Your creator trying to tell you something right now. You need to slow down. Okay, so now I can see that. Not all the time. I'm not perfect. Most of the time, I'm a lot better than I was. But say 10 years ago, I would have, if I was doing 50, I'd bump it up to 55. You know what I mean? I get another hubcap. You know what I mean? Not realizing that there's that there's a police officer that's a half a mile up the road, getting ready going to give me a ticket. That would have been okay. So the hubcap, what I'm getting to, I'm rambling, but what I'm getting to is that sometimes we are sent signs to change our course, change our course. And when we don't change our course and we continue to go on the path that is not good or not of God, if you will, you get a little tap. This is for me. I get a little tap when the hubcap came off. I get a little bump. So I keep going though. I keep going. So now I'm gonna get a little heavier bump. So now I blow past. I blow past the police car. Now I'm gonna get a ticket. I'm gonna get a bigger bump, and you're gonna continue to get these bumps, and they're gonna replay the whole scenario over and over and over and over and over again until you learn the lesson. Once you learn the lesson, it's it's graduation time. You don't graduate life, but you learn the lesson to elevate to the next level. Once you elevate to the next level, your frequency is higher now. Those things that used to you're not going to be speeding at 35 miles an hour because you learned the lesson from the last time. So you stay at this level, and as long as as long as you do the things to stay at this level, meditate, pray, ground, um, surround yourself with like-minded people, then these lower things cannot touch you because they can't come up. You can go; they can bring you down, but they can't come up to where you are unless they do the work that you did until they go through the same school, if you will, that you went through. So that being said, now I'm using this analogy with the car, with the speeding, but we use that as an example. But this is a lesson that you are that is being conveyed to you to listen to the prompts when you get them. Now, if you not failed, if you didn't recognize what was trying to be told to you, then it'll be put to you in a different way. You know, until you learn the lesson, it could be put into you. And so now you are, I don't know, riding a bike on the boardwalk, and you're going too fast. There's too many people there for you to be going as fast as you're going. And so this is the same. What I'm getting to is this is an analogy. It's the same test, but in a different variation until you learn the test. Okay, and the funny thing about it is that sometimes you'll learn the test and you'll pass the class and you'll upgrade your frequency, but sometimes, and a lot of times, what I found is that my creator will bring that test back up. It could be 6 months later, and I could be driving down the same road. And hey, let's speed up a little bit. I know the speed limit is 35. That's the negativity, my shadow side. Come on, come on. If you can speed up 5 more miles per hour, you'll be able to get there 15 minutes earlier than what you would have got here. At this point in my life, I'm not beat. Look, in order for me to get to, okay, so that's another thing I wanted to say. In order for me to get to where I am right now, this is not overnight stuff. You would be amazed. I'm going to write a book one of these days. You would be amazed at the pain, the lessons, the seasons that I've been through. I've earned where I'm at. I've earned it. I've earned where I'm at. If you know, you know. I believe that a lot of us that have gone through things in our life that have brought us to the place where we are today. People, I've heard it said that people don't understand. Some people they don't understand the choices they don't understand where I'm at, how I got to be where I'm at, but they don't know anything about the choices that I had to make to get here. I'm gonna bring on that one on another another time. But anyways, I wanted to I just want to throw this out here too. I'm gonna do one more snippet, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off. Um, this was another something that I wrote. It's it's called "I am as grateful as I am," and it goes. My attitude shows my gratitude. No one is perfect, but I believe that it's our duty to at least try to do our best. We all have been through things, good things and bad things, and these things were pieces of the puzzle of our individual lives. The fact that we persevered through it all proves that each of us, are special and that we have been given a gift. So I think that the least that we can do is show our gratitude through our attitude, and to remember that I believe these are this is what I believe. I believe that we're all connected. Everything is connected. Everything is energy. I believe those of you that know. I believe that everything is made out of vibration, out of energy. I believe that we're all in the same sphere. It's kind of like if you've ever been to the beach and you walk out onto the beach and you look and you see sand everywhere. And if you think about it, if you take uh, um, a teaspoon, a teaspoon of sand and put it under a microscope, and you magnify it till you see one speck of sand, that's me. The one little speck, but I'm still part of the sand. All the sand is the same. It's the same entity. I'm just but one part of it. Now, I, if I'm going to go into it deeper, I believe that we are all part of the same energy force. Um, it's a little deep, so I'm not really going to go into it as deep as I want to, but just suffice to say that today I try to be aware of myself. I can't change anything except myself, and that um, it takes 150 milliseconds for a thought to become an idea, and how I choose to perceive whatever it is what the outcome is going to be. And I say that to go back to my shadow side and my light side. Excuse me. One can't exist without the other. Um, uh, but there has to be balance in between it to achieve that balance. That's my goal today. And I try to do the next right thing, because you never know when when you're being used by the creator in order to be an example for someone else or be a blessing to someone else, or if you're in the frequency that you hold is the frequency that you shall be. As you think, so shall you be. So if I'm in the negative, oh, negative Nancy, no knocks on the name Nancy, but just, I'm negative. That vibration that I'm projecting is a vibration that's going to come to me. Okay. And so I'm casting the spell. I'm telling the universe, oh, this is the state I'm in. This is what I want to attract towards me. Again, bringing that frequency. If your frequency is higher, you're going to attract higher. You're going to attract like-minded people. Your frequency is low, you're going to attract that type of person. Okay. So hence, hence, your frequency being low, you're leaving yourself open to narcissists, energy vampires, evil, negativity, all those things that make your stomach. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. So to get out of that, first and foremost is to acknowledge that it's happening. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why am I feeling like this? Well, you're feeling like this because someone. I can't control that. So my perception has to change in order for it to change. I can only change me. So, yeah. And me, when I walk out of my door, to go to the store, to go do laundry, to go to work, to whatever. My mindset, as soon as I step out of the door, is to keep my energy, my frequency high. Oh, excuse me. Something doesn't want me to talk. Is to keep my energy high. Excuse me. Oh, is to keep my energy high, and shine the light. Do the next right thing. Whatever I'm doing, if it's a lady at the door, hold the door for her. There was something that I wrote about expectations. Do something today. Do something for somebody today. Where is it? Do something for somebody today without expecting something. Do something nice for somebody today without expecting something back. A lot of people, we only do something good if we're going to get something back from it, which I believe is human nature. But I'll bring that up in another. I can't find it. You have to be perfect. Just keep trying. Get what you get. Your mind is like a parachute. I'm just going to read this and then I'm going to close it out. My past is not a reflection of my future. No, but this is, it's real easy to live your life when you're not trying to be something else or something that you're not. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep trying. What you give is what you get. If you give out negativity, that's what you're going to get. You give out positive, that's what you're going to get. And the last and not least is your mind is like a parachute. If you don't open it, it won't work. I send you love and light.